CTV family. Catch.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Now, if you just join us, you have missed out on a lot, okay? But worry not, we're always on your screen again and the next day from the hours of 7 to 8 o'clock on channel 263, of course, the People's Channel. I want to give a quick shout out to all my fellow presenters. Guys, I miss you all. If there's anything we can all agree on, is we need Corona to get up out of here because we, as the presenters of EKSE, need to be reunited again. But thank you for all the incredible work that you do. Thank you so much, everyone who's at home, for staying at home first and foremost, because we are still trying to curb the coronavirus, and for also just watching the best channel on the planet. You've done yourself the hugest favor. Remember, the hashtag to use is EKSE on channel 263. Go on our Facebook page, which is EKSE Live, as well as our Twitter, EKSE_Live, as well as our Instagram, which is EKSE_CTV on Instagram. I'm your hostess with the most, Ulwandile. And as you do, on the show, we celebrate nothing but the best of entertainment, best of content, and people who are doing absolutely amazing things, making sure that they change the world. And this lady right here is absolutely no different. Joining us is Chantelle, well, virtually, of course, is Chantelle, who is from the New Heritage Foundation, which is an organization that is all about helping underserved communities. So we love and appreciate all the people who are doing incredible and amazing things, and Chantelle is one of them. So Chantelle, welcome to the studio.
Oh wow! Thank you for having me. I feel so welcome already.
Thank
I feel
you
like
so
I'm part of the studio.
Yes, virtually. Hopefully one day though we'll be able to have you in the real studio.
Yes, I'm looking forward to that.
Now, if someone has never heard of New Heritage Foundation, can you please just briefly explain to us what it is that you do and what it is that you stand for as an organization?
Okay, so New Heritage Foundation started about 8 years ago, and we felt like there was really just a gap in education in terms of where informal settlements is concerned, and there's a lot of red tape regarding informal settlements at most times. But we actually looked a bit deeper. We saw that there was daycare centers that are currently in these informal settlements, and we just wanted to reach out from that point of view as an organization to make sure that we provide the necessary educational material for these kids to have while they are within this atmosphere. But really just thinking about changing their lives in terms of how they look at education as a whole. So that is part of what we contributed in that way, and we continue to do so. At most times, we want to fix, because a child coming from a shack going to a shack to be educated, we want to change the narrative around that, because at most times, the home they come out of, it leaks. They don't have proper hygiene things in place. And we wanted that to have the daycare centers that we work in to have that. So we would replace a leaking roof. We would try and have a proper foundation for where they are at, have educational material, have tables and chairs where they can sit and write, also a decent mattress when they need to go and lay down, as well as proper nutritional food, and proper hygiene, how can I put it? To how to wash your hands from soap to face cloths, and a warm blanket. The basic stuff you can actually just give them. So that was what we have been doing for the last 8 years within this atmosphere with informal settlements, because not much can really be done unless they have infrastructure that we can work in and we can rebuild it or revamp it to that extent, but are also limited in that atmosphere that we work in where the informal settlements, daycare centers are concerned. But we also have the Girl program, which started in 2016, and focused on the holistic part of the girl and the menstruation cycles that we go through. And a lot has been done over the years. Many people are reaching out. There's a lot of initiatives around menstruation and period poverty. And in 2016, we launched the Girl program, but we found that there was so much more, because at some point we can get donations and we can get people to come on board and donate sanitary pads. So that would just be it. There was nothing else that we did
Yeah.
And then we kind of looked at it at a holistic way and said, like, wait, there is something missing that we are not doing. And that is the education part of it. But that came much later. We launched, Bazaars gave us the space to launch the Girl program in 2019,
Yeah.
officially with the educational that is attached to the glory pad we currently have on the market as well. So we tell girls that her period doesn't make her potential, that we can't do it just for her. We
Yeah.
have to do it for the boy child as well, because they are the infrastructures of tomorrow. They are the fathers. They are going to be the husbands, they are going to be the policymakers, part of that. And we wanted them to include us with the mindset as they grow up, because we start at
Yeah.
primary school level. So we want them to have the concept is that there's no stigma around menstruation.
Yeah.
They should bring us and not call us out. There shouldn't be any violence towards a girl menstruating. There shouldn't be anything wrong with it, and she has to know it. And with our program that we do with our Glory Pack, we have the program that teaches both girls and boys not just about sanitary pads or menstruation,
Yeah.
but what is the different changes that they're going through, reaching their puberty? What is they're feeling? And at most times, I'm thinking of myself when I was a girl. When I grew up, I was labeled as part of my rebellion was that I was thinking I'm rebellious, and I didn't know that it was actually my body changes
Yeah.
that makes me something. I'm changing into a new. There's almost like a small adult. I'm
Yeah.
changing into.
Yeah, and
And
also your
most
body
times,
changes, and so does your mind. So does your mind.
yes.
Now, one thing
And
I
so
do want to
most
know about is how actually you're doing so many incredible things. And you started this, of course, and you've been running for over 8 years now. First and foremost, congratulations. You've been doing incredible work. But what was the thing that said, actually, I want to start this? What sparked it in you? Did you see communities around you? Did you see people wanting help? Or you just wanted to make a difference? You wanted to change the world? What started the passion within you?
I come from a very disadvantaged community in Klipfontein. It's a community between Philippi and Khayelitsha or Mandalay. So it's
Yeah.
right next to the into on close to the international Cape Town airport. So basically, I grew up in that community, and there was no running water at the time I was there. I left many years ago, but I went back, and most of my projects is within that community. And still today, there's just one road that goes through that. And there's still a lot of poverty happening within that community.
Yeah.
And coming from a very disadvantaged home, I always had many dreams of what I wanted to accomplish. I was always labeled as a very big dreamer and all of that. And then, you go through your life, you want to change, you change your life, you want to do better, you always want to create a different outset from where you come from, although rather that was me. I wanted to search that there wasn't just what I saw, what I grew up. I was labeled the poor child. I was labeled, I lived poverty, in all sense of the word, what it was. And I wanted something different. And then, what it finally hit me was when I was actually down and out. I just had a set of twins, and I'd lost everything, and I moved into a backyard. And for me, sitting back and looking at my life at that point, I wanted to find out if there was anybody that had more challenges than me. And it just so happened that there were. And I wanted to change my perception of what I wanted to do in terms, I really call it God ordained, that I wanted to leave not just anything behind. I just didn't want it to just be a mom and a wife. I wanted to leave something behind that says that your whatever you are, wherever you come from, should not define where you are going. It shouldn't be something you can't reach your full potential. And I had that in me. And I just wanted everybody else to understand it. And I wanted to speak to as many people as I could, and influence as many young people as I can at that point of time. And even if I just reach one, then so far I've changed where I come from. I've changed something that says
Yeah.
that we don't have to live with the narrative that this is where we are, this is what we know, and we should stay that way. We can actually improve our lives, and it's going to take all of us to do it. It's
Yeah,
not
and
going
and
to
I love what
be a
you're
handout.
doing.
You have.
Because you're not just basing it on what it is that we're not depending on other people, although we should hold the government accountable in all these different spheres, but we're also holding yourself accountable, saying, what can I do to change the world in and around me? Now, I want to know, you speak about people who are pouring into organization. What are some of the partners that you've held across the time, and people who have been helping you change the world, and rather pouring into your foundation as well?
Yes, yes, many people see me, but there's actually a lot of other people that works with me, and they're all behind the scenes. So they are cheering me on, like, they are actually the cornerstones of what I'm doing, because they support me, they love me, they motivate me, and they tell me that I can. And so I have beautiful people working with me, which is Juliette. She is the founder of her company called the Eat Smart Company, and
Right.
they make organic food, and it's beautiful because when I first called and I says, would you mind partnering with me? And she said, I don't have a big company, but I've got a big heart. And
Oh.
since she stayed with our company, and then through a project that I requested from the company called Bright's Hardware, the founder as well. She came on board with me. She loved what I was doing, and she supported me since then. And I think it's 5 years now. It's been. She's literally transformed my whole life and my family's life. And
Oh.
they are all sitting on our board. They are sitting on our board, and they are the ones that when we have roundtable, they say, "Can you do this? How can we do it?" And they support me all the way. And that is besides the friends and family. That is besides my own family, my husband and my children, and besides the people that I connect with, various other organizations and friends within these organizations that I partner with. So I become how can intentional about sharing information or sharing support that we
Right.
have. Or I say we cannot network for ourselves. We have to network for other people as well. And nobody has to.
We are having a little bit of a technical glitch with Chantelle, but we do appreciate all that she's talked about today. We're gonna make sure that we put all her information on our Facebook page, be it our Instagram and Twitter, so you can find out more information about what it is that she is doing. Chantelle, are you back?
Yes, I'm
Oh,
back.
yes,
I'm
we had
right
a
here.
little bit of a technical glitch. One last question before I let you go. Where can people go on social media? I know some people are watching and they are saying, wow, you're doing incredible things. You're doing things with Glory Pad. You are touching the community. How can I pour into you? And if they have anything maybe to give, where can they contact you to find out more information with that?
Well, they can go straight to our website. All the information about New Heritage Foundation is there on the website. They can also find us on Facebook, which is at New Heritage Foundation. They can find it on Facebook. They can find at Chantelle Goliath on Facebook. We are all connected all in one. And they can follow us on Instagram as well at New Heritage Foundation, and also Twitter. We are all there. And yeah, so basically we would like people to hop on board and support us, because we want to really reach the wider community. And I think in 2020, we cannot still hear about girls menstruating with
Yeah,
newspaper.
yeah.
So we have a campaign currently running, and we want people to help us reach our goal, because we want to do 30,000 sanitary pads, but each pad comes with an educational program as well for a school and a community. So we don't just want to end period poverty by handing out sanitary pads. We want to start with the conversations around it, and we want to empower our girls to say that it's okay to menstruate.
Right, and definitely we'll have it on our social media pages where people can go and tap into that and make sure that they are giving sanitary pads as well, and actually just joining in the program that you have created. Thank you so much, Chantelle. You are doing incredible work, and people like you inspire us to continue to do what we do, guys. Poverty is still a thing that is very big in South Africa, and we need to be helping organizations like New Heritage Foundation, who are making sure that they're alleviating such a big thing, which is poverty. Thank you so much, Chantelle. Once again, we love you. We're proud of you. We're going to link everything on our social media pages. So if you're watching at home, please do go on our socials and make sure you head on to Chantelle's page and figure out what it is that they are doing right now. But now, though, we're going to take a little bit of a short break. Go and wash your hands. We'll see you after this.
CTV family.